I have a child with ADHD and autism who has what we call in the UK a statement. So he has one-to-one support in mainstream school. But I am also a teacher, and I see people in education struggle, like I did in school, and also thrive on a daily basis. And there are often reasons why this is the case. And I want to just tell you a little bit about what I've learned over the years. First of all, you are not to blame, okay? There is nothing that you have done. All you have done is love the wonderful child that you were given. And I tell you something, you get the child that you can handle. Yes, I know there are people that you know who make childcare look easy. They make looking after a child look like the most simple thing in the world. The child goes to bed on time, they wake up at a good time, they're angelic, they have no issues at school. Absolutely. You've been dealt a very different hand. But you are a hero. You are a rock star. You are a total superstar because you deal with life, and you deal with life plus the needs of your child who is utterly reliant on you. And that's incredible. Nobody knows what you're going through unless they are in your shoes. Please always remember that. The education system is not set up to truly help you. School is way over capacity. There is not enough teaching assistants, not enough teachers in order to cope with all of the children in any given class. You start to bring in children with complex needs, and unless they have a one-to-one, which is very hard to get, absolutely terrifyingly hard to get, they are often lost. They are given the best support that they can from the teacher's limited amount of resources that they have, because they are trying to ultimately teach the rest of the class as well. And if they are in any way like I am, they feel incredibly guilty that they cannot spend more time with those who are struggling, who need the extra support. And this is something that keeps a lot of teachers up at night, believe me. It's not something that anybody is proud of. The system is just not set up to allow a teacher really to ever take their eyes off the rest of the class. So being able to offer any kind of true one-to-one support is just virtually impossible. And I think truly this is where education goes wrong. Education isn't for everybody. It's designed to meet the needs of those who excel ultimately, and those who have the potential to excel. Those who are struggling or at a very different level to everybody else in the class feel quite often a sense of like they're doing something wrong, they're not smart, they're not intelligent, that they don't fit in. Why are they doing different work? Why am I using a pencil and they're using a pen? Not enough is done to help with the emotional needs of the child when they have special needs. Quite often it is out of sight, out of mind. And I say this not because these teachers are in any way doing a bad job. They are doing the best they can do. And believe me, teaching is a difficult profession. But because they have nothing else to give, they have no more time to offer. They have no more genius ideas. They've tried them. And if they could do something, they would. So it's the education authorities, the government, who need to do more here. But I need to tell you this from the heart. it's so easy to look inside and go, I am responsible for my child struggling. You are not. You are not. You have done nothing but love and adore your child. And yes, there are times where you're going to get angry and frustrated. Anybody would. But you have done nothing but be there for them. And sometimes fighting the system is draining. It's brutal. And I think it had an adverse effect on my relationships with all kinds of people in my life. I think my guilt over, being, did I have something to do with them having autism or ADHD? That ate me up. But now I thank my lucky stars that my child is different, that they are unique in every single way. Yes, I would do anything for them to be the person they want to be. But this is the key, who they want to be. It's awful when you feel like you have nobody to talk to about this, that you are going through a very unique situation where you just don't know how to cope. You're struggling to cope. That you go to a cinema or a theatre and you know they're going to be running around, causing chaos, throwing things. You go to parties and other mothers are like, oh, what's wrong with them? Or why are they acting like that? My wonderfully behaved daughter isn't doing anything like that. Well, I'm glad they have such a wonderful, easy existence, because they don't. They have their moments. All children have their moments. Do not ever think that. I see the most well-behaved children act up on a daily basis, and that's just the way it is. Kids are kids, and all kids will react in certain ways. That's what happens. They are children. They are allowed to be loud. They're allowed to be annoying. They're allowed to be needy. This is what a child is. Yeah, never think that there's some, that all of these other children are angelic. No. They might be controlled. They may have a little bit more self-control than our children, perhaps. But you know what? Like, I can tell you something that is absolutely true, without any shadow or doubt. You have been far more resilient. You have given more. You have expended more energy. You have stressed more. You have tried to conquer life, knowing that you could be needed at any point. You can't even watch a television. You can't iron. You can't go to the toilet, have a bath, perhaps, without having a little person along with you or needing you. You are a hero, honestly. My goodness. And you will continue to do what you do and continue to be the best parent that you can be. And the fact that you are still here and you are still trying, despite society quite normally looking down their noses at anything that is deemed to be different or anything that may even slightly distract them. Oh my goodness, a child's being a little bit noisy in a restaurant. How awful for them. Okay, they deserve to have their meal in peace, but if they cannot empathize with a child, then the problem is on them. So please, do not worry that you've done something wrong or you're different or, you could have done better. Oh my goodness, you are here and you couldn't have done better. You've done what you've done and you've got through to this point. And now from here, you get to continue to be that loving parent that you are, with an extremely loving child who needs and adores you. So from the bottom of my heart, I say to you, I empathize with you. I know your journey. I know your story. I know how brave you are. I know how brave your child is. I know that the school system sucks. I know how hard it is out there to get anything. But the people in this world, like you, are the people who make others think, how the hell do they do it? They may not show you, they may not tell you, but secretly they think, how the hell do they cope? How do they get through? Do you know how? Because you're a bloody hero.